What is it?
That stench. I've smelled it before.
If you carry an empty energy sword over, you'll get an infinite energy sword. And I specifically didn't want that to happen, so I didn't do it. And here we have these little flood things. I remember reading an interesting developer commentary that this original thing, one of the last bugs before Halo 2 release, the guy changed a little bit of coding and these things started floating around everywhere outside of the tank. And, you know, he had to fix that, like, you know, minutes before they had to, you know, send the final copy out. And he spent, like, you know, all night working on it. Kind of an interesting little tidbit. Anyways, the flood are back for some reason. I always thought this was kind of weird. And in the classic graphics, it's really hard to see what's going on down there, but here you can see it better.
What happened here?
Usually a good idea to take out flood bodies on the ground. Is there a sword?
Close your jaws, I shall bite.
Yes, sword.
Hold your fire. Hold your fire. I wondered who the prophets would send to silence me. An arbiter. Unflattered.
He's using a holodrome. He must be close. Come out so we may kill you.
Get in line.
Stand firm. The flood.
Well done.
If Flash Jaw over here, Half Jaw over here, get the shields down, and the floods start punching on him, he will actually start flying into the air. Weapon to fight these guys.
Heretic fool! What have they done?
Go, Arbiter. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
What should I do? Okay. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Whoops, wrong button. Where's the single wielding lead? There he is. You take the fuel rod. Alright, let's go. Later on you'll see supplies actually like climbing up these walls and jumping on them. It's really pretty crazy. Oops. There we go. You have to be careful when slashing with your sword that you don't hit your allies by accident. It's a long elevator ride. Here they are climbing up.
Prepare yourself. I am
climb up and then they jump down. And if you break those boxes, usually infection forms will be there. So I don't know why this is like a giant, like, elevator that contains flood. Why would the Forerunners have this? I don't understand it.
Come out! Your death will be quick and painless. Cleansing.
Also, the flood in Halo 2, if you get a headshot on them, it'll kill them. Like, if you shoot them in that little spot in their chest where the infection form is, they'll drop over dead. But they can be revived by infection forms. If an infection form gets to a body that had the infection form and it killed, they can just go inside of it and revive it. So that's why it's best to have a sword to kill the infection form. Why, on high difficulties, you definitely want the infinite energy sword. Although, you know, the ethics of, not ethics, but the how you feel about doing something like that might be different. Another danger is, of course, falling off the elevator. If you do that, you will, you will hit a death trap, eventually. Nice headshot.
Nicely done.
Almost slashed an ally. That would have been bad. Don't kill him. Oh. Wonder if that killed the flood that fell. Probably. That guy's down. It's best to, kill them before they get onto the gondola. Or the elevator, or whatever this thing is. Again, this is another sit and wait section in Halo 2. Dangerous, could have flown off the edge. Luckily I didn't.
Right here.
My elite buddies survived. There's one of them dead. Come on, guys. Let's go.
We should have brought weapons to burn these bodies. Everyone is a potential vessel for the flood.
I got something to burn bodies. Boop. Boop. Come on, guys. Alright. In here is in this room is the terminal, I think, and also the famine skull is over there. If you jump to it on legendary, I believe. Anyways, initially I think it's best to help the Flood defeat the heretics, but yeah, it's kind of hard to know which side you should be fighting more. Whoop. I guess the answer to that is the Flood. My bad. Sometimes the Flood form will retreat from you if they see you have a sword. Which, I mean, is smart, but not as engaging as the always rush you sort of Floods. Alright, now I mustn't forget the terminal in this room. Do not leave this room without seeing the terminal. I've done that many times before. The terminal is here. Don't forget it. Terminal. Forget the terminal. Fight. Oh, there's a battle going on up here. Now you have these turrets here, but these turrets are really pathetic. They're very weak. They fire quickly, they don't overheat, and I guess they're good against infection forms, but not so good against combat forms. Definitely useless on higher difficulties. Look at that. Look at that. Not effective. Kind of fun, though. Allies all gone? Again, this is another one of those type of holdout areas. I'm not sure if I've ever kept allies alive through this. I may have at one point. Check done. Door's still not open. Door gonna open up now? Yep. Oh right, I don't want to actually get in there because I still want the terminal. I get him? Guess so. Also, the Flood carrier forms, they release a lot more infection forms now. Halo 2. get that terminal. Okay. Should be good. Turbine. Alright. Terminal time, here we go again. I'll be back after.
Your actions do not make sense. Proper protocol for a flood outbreak is to establish immediate infection reporting. Communications must be maintained with all local forces in order to track any spread of the parasite.
There are no local forces, Oracle. For now, all you have is me.
But I tracked multiple ships in orbit, including some remaining human presence. In light of the danger posed by the flood, surely you can set aside this disagreement with the humans.
No! Anything still alive in orbit is our enemy. The humans have very good cause to kill us on sight, and the knowledge you've shared with me casts doubt on the entire purpose of our covenant. If any of our ships remain above us, they are not the help you seek.
But why would they not provide assistance? Because of this talk of prophecies and journeys? I learned a small amount about your covenant before that reclaimer blew up my installation, but my understanding is incomplete. The AI I encountered on board one of your ships was less than forthcoming.
What you need to know, Oracle, is that thousands of years ago, at the founding of our great covenant, a bargain was struck between the prophets and the elites. A bargain which I fear will be the end of us.
Alright, so that was interesting. It was one of the more interesting terminals, kind of going back into the story of the elites. But from a canon perspective, I mean, if the Arbiter finds this, and if the Arbiter knows about some of this stuff, then why would the Arbiter take out the heretic leader? I don't know. Let's go. Really should have kept some of the allies alive. Oh well. Live with what happens.
Leader, the storm is about to hit. We cannot maintain our position. Bring the Phantoms close to the mine. We are not leaving until the leader of the heretics.
I think you can go either way in this area, but I generally
The flood have spread
end
throughout
up
the
going this
state.
way.
We don't have enough troops to manage such a large interstate. Find the leader of these heretics. Kill him now. Prepare yourself. Indeed, brother.
Second coming. I think that was a sentinel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you wait around in a lot of these areas for too long, sentinels come in. Now, if you're fast enough in this, area, you can actually catch up to the heretic and stab him with a sword a bunch, but it doesn't do anything for you. You can't kill him really. Would be kind of neat if you could. I understand why we can't.
This will save me from the storm, but you will be consumed.
Arbiter, where is he?
Stinking floodbait boxed himself in tight. We'll never break through this.
Then we shall force him out.
How?
The cable. I'm going to cut it.
Get everyone back to the ships. Return to the
Yet
landing
another
zone. The Arbiter will continue
insanely
upward, cut this station loose and scare
meddling
Earth from
decision.
cold.
We are just gonna make this thing fall into the gas giant. That's actually pretty cool looking. Oh, yeah, Half-Jaw there just said use the sword on the cable, but you can use anything. But the sword is kind of looks the coolest, I guess. Also, I like that they made sure not to include any combat forms amongst the flood here, because there are no people or no humans. Makes sense. Alright, here we go, up to the cable. Now you could visit the cable earlier in your Banshee. Oh, this looks really nice.
All my bandits are in the air, Arbiter. Go ahead, cut the cable.
So, I have some headcanon of what's going on in this area. I have a feeling that the Sentinels are actually here to cut the cables because the flood has been released. But the flood is up here to stop the Sentinels from cutting the cables. Because the Sentinels would have a priority of, you know, taking out the flood forms, you know, before worrying about the cable. I don't know, just my opinion.
That's one. By the Prophet, look at the station list.
Now, there's a thing in this level with the cables where if you can get to the next one before the first one you cut is completely destroyed, but it has to go.
One final cable, Arbiter.
Usually I'm really quick. I usually play this section pretty quickly, but yeah, why not just kind of mess around with the enemies here. I don't know if the enemies infinitely respawn here, they might. Here, this guy. Alright, last cable, here we go.
That did it. The station is in free fall.
The station is in free fall, we should all be floating. Like, you know, there would be no gravity. So it's not exactly free falling, I guess. I guess there's enough air resistance to
The
kind of
heretic
slow
leader
it
is on the
down.
move. Do not let him escape. We'll stay with you as long as we can.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so now the door to the heretic leader is opened up. Oh, I stuck this guy. Must have been another one. Usually I just jump down, but I found out much later on that you're supposed to use this elevator and you activate it over here. But I always thought you were supposed to jump down.
Are you still alive, officer?
So
We're keeping pace
what I
as
always
best we
used to
can.
do. Center here always looked cool, even on the graphic. Like, is this like the power source or something? Really cool. I enjoy it. Again, love the carbine. Thought there was another bad guy here. Or another bad guy. Fly around and explore the station while you're in this predicament. Banshee bombs also curve up instead of down. And you technically don't need to fight anything out here. You can just go ahead and go to where the objective is and be done. But it's kind of cool seeing stuff fall upwards. Station change damage and stuff. I don't know why they put this section in exactly, but I'm glad they did. Really. I originally thought you had to track down, the guy's Banshee. That he was actually flying around. But, no, it's not. You just need to go over here. I usually try to play through this area extra fast because I'm like, oh, if I were in this situation, I'd be running like crazy. Trying to get off the station. So I've never actually fought out these, fought these rooms really. So this is kind of the first time I was doing that. Gas canisters will blow up like crazy if you hit them. I haven't been using the actual camo all that much because, difficulty. But on Legendary, man, that's think it's interesting that you're doing the Halo CE backtracking, but the situation's a bit different, and it's right next to each other missions. Backtrack instead of the whole game kind of having backtracking. Oops. Is there another terminal here? No, I don't think so. That was the previous terminal. Yeah. Because the terminal was right up here. But like in Halo Combat Evolved, the terminal's around there when you backtrack, and yeah, it looks like not here in the backtrack. They really should have, in my opinion, they should have left the terminal there, the art of like it's still there, but like turned off or something. That would have been cool. Alright.
Turn, heretic. Arbiter, I would rather die by your hand than let the prophets lead me to slaughter. Who has taught you these lies? The Oracle.
Hello, I am 343 Guilty Spark. I am the monitor of Installation 04.
Ask the Oracle about Halo. How they would sacrifice us all for nothing.
More questions? Splendid. I would be happy to assist you.
The elites are blind, Arbiter. But I will make them see.
Alright, so this is an interesting quote-unquote boss encounter where you have to fight these holograms which actually can damage you in order to find the real heretic leader who will go into hiding after you hurt him. That was a fake one.
Arbiter, show yourself.
On Legendary, sometimes it feels like there's not enough ammo to do it.
Unfortunate. His edification was most enjoyable.
I had no choice, Holy Oracle. This heretic imperiled the great journey.
Oracle, great journey. Why do you meddlers insist on using such inaccurate verbiage?